Hello everyone, it's me Tunari, this is Tunarific, and I want to welcome back to another segment, another episode of Film Review Fridays. Film Review Fridays is basically a show where I go to the movies or watch a movie on Netflix, you just watch a movie in general, and I go and give you my opinions of it, my review of it. Basically this movie, the way I review movies has this pattern of, me talking about the plot, then going into the what I liked and didn't like about this movie, and then give you my final consensus of the movie. Uh, I don't give any spoilers away, so don't worry. I'm not one of those guys who gives out spoilers in my reviews. So yeah. Before we get started, however, I just want to say really quickly that if you have watched my show before or my other previous reviews, this is gonna be the last time. I quote: "This is like gonna be the last time you'll be seeing this background you see behind me." Um, Let me just check my hair. uh, this is gonna be the last time you're gonna see this background behind me. I currently am in the process of getting a set. Well, I technically already have the set. I'm just trying to organize some stuff here and there. Um, and you're gonna see better lighting, of course, because I know my lighting sucks kind of right now. But you will be expecting me to be in a new set, which is gonna be it's gonna be fancier. It's gonna be easier to focus. And yeah, so expect that in the future. And actually, let's go and get on with this movie. The movie I decided to review for this Film Review Fridays was the amazing X-Men movie, X-Men Days of Future Past. And boy, oh boy, I was not disappointed. Um, this movie was really, really awesome. I was really excited to go and see this movie. I was kind of skeptical because I've been really skeptical with Fox in the past. With how they did with X Men Last Stand, how they did with X Men Origins, and what are they doing to the upcoming reboot of Fantastic Four. However, Bryan Singer, the director of this, is doing a good job trying to bring everything back to X Men and rejoice and rebuild that X Men power, that X Men continuity of things. So yeah, good job, Bryan Singer. But yeah, let me get to the overall kind of who the cast and the crew are. Well, obviously the director is Bryan Singer. He directed the first X Men movie and X Men Two. X Men Unite, I think is the movie. X Men Unite or something like that. He directed the first two X Men movies, which in my opinion one of the best. Not the best. I liked X Men First Class better, but those two are really good. And I think after the X Men Last Stand, Origins Wolverine, things got bumpy. Um, but yeah, director Bryan Singer is back for this. He does an amazing job. Let me go through the cast. The cast this movie is filled with a bunch of people. This is has a tremendous support power of cast of people of actors. Well, first of all, one of the main actors, Hugh Jackman, he plays the Wolverine. He plays Wolverine. Um, let's see who else. Well, Jennifer Lawrence plays Mystique. Raven, also known as Mystique. Ian McKellen and Michael Fassbender, they play both Eric Lencher, also known as Magneto, in this film, and then there's James McAvoy and Patrick Stewart, who play um, Professor X. And there's also other actors in this movie, such as Halle Berry, who plays Storm, Nicholas Hoult, who plays Beast, Peter Dinklage, who plays the villain, one of the villains in this film, he plays Bolivar Trask, who is the creator of the Sentinels, by the way. And yeah, you'll see other people in this movie: Ellen Page, Shawn Ashmore. You see a lot of these people coming back from the old. You're gonna see some new faces. You're gonna see some old faces. It's a bunch of people in this cast. Honestly, you'll probably see the people in the movie. So yeah, I'm not gonna really spoil much other than that. So yeah, that's basically the cast. One thing before, the screenplay is by Simon Kilberg, which, by the way, I think his screenplay, Simon Kilberg's screenplay of the movie. I'm just saying some stuff here. That's probably one of the strongest things in this movie, his screenplay. That being said, let's go actually to the plot, which is one of the things he was really good at showing in this film. The plot. This basically is a movie about time travel, and you're gonna see that as the main focus in this film. It begins with showing the mutants in the future and how they're dealing with everything. It basically talks about the extinction of mutants and how these robots called Sentinels, how these killer robots, Sentinels, they're trying to kill off mutants. They're trying to make sure that mutant extinction is a thing. So in the future, you see them trying to survive, trying to you see these humans. You see these mutants trying to survive as a community, and Ellen Page, Ellen Page plays Kitty Pryde in this film. Kitty Pryde has the ability to kind of put people's consciousness, kind of put people's mindsets into their younger selves. So what they do is, in order to stop these events from the future from happening, old Professor X and old Magneto just make up a plan to send Wolverine back into the past, into his old mind, his own consciousness, while he's still in the future, trying to kind of, make sure he's okay and everything. They send his consciousness back in the past, so that Wolverine can go and warn the younger versions of the people who are still alive there to join forces and to stop the common threat, which is the creation of the Sentinels in the first place. So they go back into a time where the Sentinels were into which the Sentinels were originally created, originally implemented into the system. Let me try to see what else is really. That's kind of basically the plot of the film. I mean, there's tidbits here and there about they include a lot of the incidents from from the Robert JFK assassination, RFK assassinations. How Magneto was involved in that, probably yes or no. They deal with that in this movie. They also deal with a lot of the Vietnam War kind of issue. You see Richard Nixon in this movie. He has a role in the film as well. And yeah, that's basically it. It's basically Wolverine going to his younger self, trying to convince younger Professor X to have some hope for the mutants, and to trying to join forces with Magneto to stop the common threat, which is mutant extinction in the future. Mystique, who Jennifer Lawrence plays, she becomes one of the main villains, I guess, in this film, because she's trying to find her way in some way or another. She slowly starts to transition into the Raven, to the Mystique we know from the old X-Men movies. And yeah, that's basically it's trying to stop from events from happening so that mutant extinction doesn't become a thing. That's basically the plot. So that being said, I want to go more into detail about what I liked about this movie, which is it's a lot. So let's get to it. One of the stuff I like about this film is the acting. Man, the acting was key to this film. I think it was probably one of the strongest things in this film. The acting. I think everyone did a good job. I think Hugh Jackman did a good job being this silly, the silly badass he is, as he has been before. I really liked in this film that although he's one of the main characters in this film, I liked how they also give a little bit more of a screen time to other people, because one of my concerns was, I like Hugh Jackman, I like the Wolverine, but I want to see more of I want to see more of others. I want to see more character development from other X-Men, and I got that from this movie. I got that from Mystique. I got that from Magneto, and I got that from Professor X. So let me get to Professor X, which probably was one of the most developed characters in this film. I think James McAvoy, who plays the younger Professor X, did an excellent job. He really did an excellent job with this film, and with the acting at least, because we see a Professor X who's struggling, who is losing hope, and who Hugh Jackman is trying. Wolverine. He's trying to give him that hope for him to believe in the X-Men, to believe in the future, and for change to come. So I really like how he portrayed that weakness inside of him and how that develops throughout the film. Some of the other acting I like in this movie, Jennifer Lawrence does an amazing job as usual. Some the old, the older versions of these characters, they don't have much screen time. I thought they were really good, and when it comes to acting, I think Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen, they're amazing. So I really like them. Um, I think Michael Fassbender did a good job as well. All the supporting cast from both the past and future, they're really really good. Um, the visuals, man, they were really really awesome. I think they upped the visuals in this movie. Which, to be quite honest, there wasn't really much action in this film. There was action, when there was action, it was really good. But this movie was more storyline based. There was more plot based. When it comes to the storyline, which is probably one of the strongest things this movie had, the plot. I've complained in the past about movies that I really don't like when there's a weak plot. You can have good visuals, you can have good acting in this film, but if you have a weak plot, then a perspective is changed. And something that happened to me when I watched this film was that this plot was captivating. It was definitely captivating. You need to pay attention to this movie though, because if you get distracted or you start, chatting with other people, which is kind of annoying, but if that's the case, you're gonna get distracted. So one of my key things I'm gonna tell you right now is to pay attention to what's going on. The movie does a really good job. The story is amazing. Once you get the whole grasp of the story is pretty amazing. How time traveling works and how does that alter the future. Decisions. How those decisions alter our future. And that's kind of interesting. Symbolism to this movie is hope and decisions. How much of an impact those can have on your future. So I think Simon Kinberg, who was the guy who made the screenplay for this movie, did an amazing job. That being said, I want to go kind of through the things that I didn't really like about this movie, which they were small. They were kind of actually few. They're not really that much I really want to complain about this movie. The movie itself was amazing. The only thing I would complain about this movie are probably like three things or so. First of all, there wasn't as much action as I would have wanted it to be probably. When there was action, it was pretty intense and was awesome. As I already mentioned, this movie is a lot based on a plot. So, action, you'll see action, but I was expecting a little bit more. But, that's not really something I'm really pissed about. Let's see what else. I would have wanted more character development from other X-Men characters. I know it's kind of difficult because we already used some X-Men characters in this film that we don't have really much time to go and see other X-Men characters. For example, one of the people who stole the show, in my opinion, was Evan Peters, who plays Quicksilver in this film. He did an amazing job at playing the character, even though he was for only 10 minutes of the whole freaking film. 10 minutes of the film. He was such an amazing. He was probably one of my favorite new additions to the cast. I was really skeptical about him because we're gonna be seeing Quicksilver being played by another actor and with a different origin in Avengers 2. But I was really happy with how he portrayed the character and how smirking, how silly and quick, how the short attention span he had, and how it was portrayed in this film was really good. How they used him in the movie was interesting and was really good as well. So I would have wanted probably more screen time for some of those characters. I would have wished that Kitty Pryde would have had more time. Quicksilver would have more time. And some other characters here and there I think were unused or cut down to a certain point. Hopefully, when the DVD comes out, we'll be seeing more of them. But I thought that some characters were, they were, they could have more potential. That's probably one of the things. Other than that, the plot. Let me go something about the plot. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna include any spoilers. But throughout the end, how the movie goes, it takes you a while to get a grasp of what's going on. It took me a while. Well, that was because I was tired. But it took me a while to fully understand, these sequence of events and how everything clicked together. I was like, wait a second. Okay, so this happened. So everything. So this happen because of that. It took me a while to get how the sequence of events occurred and how or why this happened. Uh, Towards the end, I was like, it was one of the things that makes you think. So it's probably gonna take you a while. Probably not. It's probably just me, but it does make you like in some cases it does take you a while to get to a point and to understand to understand the full situation, full grasp of things. So I do recommend you watch X-Men: The Last Stand, even though that's not really one of my favorite movies, and I do recommend you watch X-Men: First Class, kind of have like a fresh mind and a fresh idea of what's going on. Um, Other than that, that's basically it. I try to go more deep on the things I didn't like because I think it's important to be kind of clear on that, even though there wasn't really much. Just something like kind of like a warning for you guys. But yeah, because overall I think those things I didn't like about this film, or like were like whatever. Um, they definitely are small compared to what I totally loved about this film. Because to be quite fair, this is probably my favorite X-Men film to date. It's probably my favorite X-Men film. Um, so yeah, I think that's basically it for my review of this film. So yeah, let's get to my overall consensus. So yeah, my overall consensus of this film: great film. You should totally go watch it. It's entertaining. It's fun. Good acting. Good plot. Good visuals. Good everything. I mean, it was all basically a great spectacle of things. Rotten Tomatoes right now is giving this movie a 92%. It's fresh. To give you an idea how awesome this movie was, the only other comic book movie who has gotten such a high grade in the Marvel universe has been Avengers. So this movie, I think, was as cool in a different way as Avengers was. It was well received by both fans who have seen the movie already and critics. So, as I said, 92%. It has an 8.9 on IMDb, which is good, which is really good as well. So I think I'm gonna be seeing it around the 90-ish from here on out, which is good. It's really good. I think it's definitely my favorite superhero movie so far. I'm hoping that Guardians of the Galaxy does make a strong case to change my opinion, but I'm really happy that this movie was awesome, and I'm really happy how the things turned out because I was kind of worried. But yeah, good job, Fox. Good job, Bryan Singer. Let me clear that out. Good job, Bryan Singer, on bringing back this franchise and bringing it back to its full potential as well, at least to the potential it could get in the future as well. Because if you didn't know this, X-Men, as the sequel to this movie, is gonna be X-Men Apocalypse. I think is Apocalypse. I think is gonna be the name of the movie, which is an awesome storyline as well. So that's kind of exciting as well. But yeah, strong cast, amazing acting, amazing visuals, good storyline, captivating, and yeah, hopefully you will enjoy this movie as much as I did. That being said, if you happen to disagree or agree with me, let me know in the comments below. What would you want? What would you want to see from this movie, or what would you like to, yeah, basically that's we can argue in the comments down below. Also, well, if you happen to agree with me, my review or my opinion about this movie, then make sure to give it a thumbs up, and it helps me a lot. It does help me a lot. It does. And yeah, if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe. That way you'll be notified when I make a new video. And yeah, I think that's basically it for this review. I'm trying to narrow it down because my reviews are kind of extensive, but that's because I like to go in detail when it comes to films, because I think it's good for the audience to have like an idea of, oh, I like this movie, but I want to have like some sort of basis as to why I like a movie, why I didn't like a movie. And I'm trying to go into detail on these things because I know people care. So, that being said, thank you guys for watching. My name is Tunari. This is Tunarific LPs. And this is another rendition of Film Review Fridays. So stay tuned for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.